First of all, congratulations to Mark and GB News for uncovering that shocking footage. And it is shocking because what we saw were French authorities actively facilitating the passage of illegal immigrants across the Channel. As you just pointed out, entirely young men, not a single woman or child in sight on that video at all. They are breaking into the country and the French maritime authorities are facilitating that happening. Now, I completely agree with what Tony Smith said just a few minutes ago on your clip. The French should be either intercepting on the shore, and they do some of that. They intercept about half of them, but that's obviously not enough. The rest that they can't intercept on the shore, they should intercept at sea, close to the French shore, and take them back. And if that was happening, if all of these boats were cut off near the French shore, pretty soon the illegal immigrants would stop attempting the crossing in the first place. It stands to reason they wouldn't bother making the attempt. But instead, the French authorities are shepherding these boats to the median line, the line in the middle, where Border Force pick them up. I think it's completely unacceptable. The French should start intercepting, and if they don't, what our government should do is rapidly remove all of these illegal immigrants making the crossing to some other place outside Europe, either their country of origin or to some other place like Rwanda. And again, if these illegal immigrants were quickly removed from the UK, pretty soon they would stop attempting the crossing in the first place.
I wonder if that's enough, because they would still get to our shores if we were to do that removal process. It wouldn't stop any of this jiggery-pokery we can see on our screens now. It still wouldn't stem the tide, leaving Calais. We saw there, Chris, Phil, amassing hundreds. An endless conveyor belt of customers. The icon on the screen there of the ninja, that is the branding of the people smugglers. This is advertising. This is their sales vehicle. Now, the French Coast Guard are enabling this grotesque business. I put it to you, Chris, Phil, it's time we stop paying the French any money. £500 million a year we're giving for this nonsense.
Yeah, well, I think what the government should be doing is saying that if the French want to receive that money, then they should be intercepting not just some migrants, but all migrants, if necessary, at sea. Instead, and it's quite easy to do it near the shore. The dinghies are very visible, they're not hard to find, particularly once they're on the water. And if the French intercepted them near the shore, they wouldn't get anywhere near British waters, and we should be setting that as a condition of the funding. And you know what? That would actually serve the French interest as well, because pretty soon the migrants would stop attempting the crossing, and all of these camps around Calais and Boulogne and all the criminal gangs running around Calais and Boulogne would pretty soon stop. Because
the French want to stop this. Why would they want to stem the tide when it's a problem they're relieved of if they come to Dover?
Yeah, well, I mean, that is what's been happening so far. Yeah. But I think, actually, if the French just stop and think about it for a minute, it doesn't serve the French interest to have thousands of migrants in camps around Calais and Boulogne waiting to make the transit, or having dangerous armed criminal gangs running amok around Calais and Dunkirk. So if they were to stop the route completely by intercepting boats at sea, pretty soon all of those people would go away somewhere else. But so far, the French haven't got that message, so maybe connecting it to the money would be the answer. But again, if the French won't do that, we need to return every single person whose foot sets shore on British sand to some other place, like Rwanda or somewhere else, to stop it in the first place. And Australia did that about 10 years ago, and within a few months, the illegal immigrants stopped coming to Australia.